Yo, Buff fans, what up? This your boy DJ Roby, aka Jada Barber, tuning in with y'all from my podcast, behind the scenes of This Is Bananas. I've been doing some commentary about the Colorado Buffaloes, and sometimes we talk about Coach Sanders and whatnot. But man, I thought that I thought Oregon put the spanking on Colorado until last night, man. Woo. Washington State came out and did the thing to them boys, man, and it wasn't even close. I mean, from start to finish, what they did let up in the second half. But it was some couple things, man, that I would say I'm using as takeaways. And this is this for Buff Nation. So y'all gotta understand this. I get it that y'all like Dion. I get it that Prime is y'all man. But at the end of the day, Prime is not a good coach. I'm just saying that he came from the high school ranks and just was fortunate enough to make his way up to here. I think it's a conflict of interest with Prime and Shedeur. I think Shedeur is a good quarterback, but I think Shedeur can be a whole lot better being coached by somebody else other than his father, because that father-son relationship, man, that's not good for what we're doing right now. That's not good for what's going on in Colorado. Yeah, I get it. It's a historical thing, and you want to be the coach of your father. So the coach of your son, so on and so forth, and you have your kids play for you, make history. But it's not good for football at all, because when your son get messed up, you take things personal, man. And you can't take this thing personal. Another thing that I want to talk about is, everybody wants to blame the offensive line, but if you guys watch, Shedeur holds the ball entirely too long. I mean, how much time do you think a quarterback's supposed to get to throw the ball? It's not. You don't get that much time, and I mean, you only got to understand that these defensive linemen that they play against, these guys are pretty good. Also, if I know you're a 95% pass team, I will pass rush you every single time. It doesn't take rocket science to figure this stuff out. I don't give a damn who is the play caller. If you still passing the ball 95% of the time, I'm just gonna pass rush you and just make sure I just cover the pass. Plain and simple. I mean, all this just unfolded from start. Like, nobody had film on Colorado when they beat TCU. And I've always said, once teams get the film, it's going to be a wrap, because some of these coaches are gurus at this. Defensive specialists, offensive specialists. You know what I'm saying? This is something totally different for them. So Dion, hear me out when I tell you this. If you can hear me, somebody put this message to Dion. Listen, man, you got to get it together, brother. You really got to get it together. I support you as a man, as a coach, man. I don't think you that guy, man. I'm sorry. I seen some things last night, for instance. Help me to understand why when you brought the second and third string quarterback in, you guys started to do a whole lot of RPOs, and it slowed the defense down and kept them honest. Now, if you did the same thing with Shedeur and he has a cannon, you got the receivers, man. Your offense somewhat is similar to Oregon's, man. You have the potential to have an Oregon style type of offense, but you don't use your offensive guys to your advantage. The speed that you have on the edges, you can also put the little tailback in the slot and run him in the slot. And you run him in the slot, man. He will cause a lot of problems. So a lot of this stuff that's going on, realistically, man, it's coaching errors. It's all coaching errors. So you gotta get it together, man. I'm sorry to say, but you gotta get it together. Washington State really exposed y'all. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, and it's not gonna get no better. It's not gonna get no better at all. No transfer portal. You're not gonna get no. I want linemen. Blah blah blah. You can say all of that, man. You can say all of that. You have now given a definitive answer as if you're gonna stay or if you're gonna go. You beat around the bush with your questions to be answered. Come on, man. Like, oh yeah, my mom here, my sister here, I'm here. But you didn't tell them folks that you here to stay. No, you didn't say that, man. You sending mixed messages, brother. Get it together, man. People see you, and I'm one of those people that see you. Real talk, I see you. I love you as a man, love you as a father, brother. But as far as coaching, man, I kind of like gotta shake my head to you, man, because you are clearly being out coached, up and down, all around that field. And then for you not to have a press conference last night and say because you were sick, come on, man. As you say, man, that's a bunch of bull junk. You was pissed off because Shedeur got injured because of your play calling and because of his inability to stay inside of the pocket or throw the ball away. Those other two quarterbacks came in and they was getting the ball out. They made a lot of mistakes, but they got the ball out. They got sacked when they ran outside of the pass protection. But when they didn't run outside the pass protection and got the ball out, they didn't get touched. So do I gotta call a spade and say you just in it right for your son? Because if that's the case, man, then you gotta go. You're gonna be the detriment of your son, man. That's that. You gotta go, or your son can go to a different program and thrive. But other than that, man, you are the anchor that's tied around your son's damn ankles, man. Seriously, you are. So, hey, man, get it together. It ain't gonna get no better. Ain't no more recruits coming up that way. Damn sure ain't no linemen coming that way. So, hey, listen, you gotta remember, you picked the team. Last year's quarterback didn't get sacked as nearly as many times as Shedeur got sacked. So let that sizzle in your spine, man. Get it together, man.